Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. We left off last episode with multiple German units surrounded and about to be completely encircled, massive breakthroughs in the Baltic states into East Prussia, and a general breakthrough into Romania with the capital of Bucharest about to fall, and Soviet tank corps moving into Bulgaria. I almost said panzers again. Almost said panzers. Oh, it's going good right now. Although, hang on, let's put this on prioritize reinforcement, prioritize up. No, it's not gonna go to. It's not gonna do it the way I want it. So let's just manual control. Leave it like. Well, supplies definitely need to be somewhere. That's not right there. Like 200, something like that. All right, there we go. All right, getting attacked all over the place. But, I mean, the Germans have clearly brought in a lot of units in this area to stem the tide, but considering how much land I've gained and what's happening on the other areas in the front, I don't see this going well for Germany anymore. The landings have been pretty bottled up. They've been there for weeks now, and barely anything's happened, which is a little curious. I've redeployed a lot of units. You can see right here, a lot of infantry from the center where it's not necessarily needed anymore, down to the south here where it definitely is needed, and we're just going to clean up this little border war here. We're going to start sending these tanks out to the various fronts, make sure nobody gets overrun. I'm going to blitz into Bulgaria, see if I can't take them out. I don't think that I'm going to have time. Well, I might, to add more war goals. I've completely basically forgotten. I do it like once off screen and then forget, and I'll do it once off screen again. The whole war goal thing I always forget about. We're under attack here to pretty furious German assault. We can move in troops, though. We have plenty. Like, we can grab some of these motorized corps and move them over here as well. I have a lot of, although, you know what, that's my heavy armor right there. Self-propelled artillery. Look at that thing. Tank destroyers. I'm a little disappointed with the Soviet campaign. A little disappointed. It's clearly not very polished. Very clearly not very polished. Alright, let's see if we can't wipe these guys out. They've probably got nothing left in them. Attack them from the other side as well, and from right there. I'm starting to suffer from some supply issues. Which is why I moved troops out of the center. There's whole armies in the center guarding that line, and they're not really doing much, so I decided to pull them out. Making little gains here and there against the Japanese. I mean, we could actually launch some attacks with our garrisons. They might be basically out of supplies. They are. And neither of these have leaders, apparently. What we can actually do is, like, let's see. Can grab the 2nd Garrison Army and open this up, which is right here, and check. I went through and made sure all these guys did have leaders. I guess it was just that one right in the very beginning, but I think what happens is units that are spawned in have generals like redeployed to them, and look at all these units coming to the front. You could actually just do this, too. That'll actually get them the, actually, that'll get them the penalties, encirclement penalties and whatnot. Let's take 3 of these guys, move them over here, make sure that we can hold out. The Germans are launching furious attacks that I'm not terribly concerned about, honestly. We're probably going to be able to knock the Romanians out of the war pretty soon. Let's see if we can't attack these. Yeah, there's probably nobody actually, you know, in that. Only 2,600 men there. Bucharest. Hopefully it'll fall. I mean, I think they're running low on, or I think we're running through their organization, yeah. Short-barreled, high-explosive guns. Are you not going anywhere? You're not. So you go this way. You go that way. Keep these attacks going as best we can, because we've really run through their ability to make war. Especially the Germans. I think we're at the point where they don't have the IC to keep the reinforcements up. Assault guns. All this stuff is all pretty far behind. Alright, there's that. That's a VP. And then, so you're going to go there and then swoop down here. You're going to go towards the capital. And that's that. I feel like we are making progress there. We are. And how is this? Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Could actually grab these guys who aren't involved and do this. Right, that pocket fell. Let's make sure that this collapses as well. Launch some attacks here. These guys, well, let's just leave one. The rest of them will redeploy down this way. As these pockets are falling, we're taking a lot of units and sending them elsewhere. Elsewhere in the front. And this is a big area of the front right here that needs... Oh, wow. Should we just let them... Oh, let's just let them have that. We're not... Because they're attacking me from 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. It's not really feasible to hold on to that for too much longer. We got a lot of people here though. These two are there. That's okay. We got a lot of reinforcements coming in too. They finally managed to blunt the breakthrough there, but to no avail. I mean, the south is gone, gone. Let's see. Now there's a lot of units in here that aren't doing anything, so let's redeploy them to other fronts. Like all these this is a whole tank corps sitting right here doing nothing. So let's radio. Nice. So let's move them down this way. Just trying to go through here like some of the better units like you. Let's move down this way. Especially the motorized units. Move them to the areas where the breakthroughs have happened. Because I don't plan on moving this front here. I plan on letting it, letting it marinate. And pushing the other fronts so we can easily move some of these guys out. A lot of these units were moved out of this area to begin with because it was static. Now it's far from static. These Marines, I actually would probably like them over here. Redeploy them to Königsberg. Might actually be able to do something with them. And mobile units. Let's move them down this way. Again to Königsberg. Yeah, look what's heading over this way now. We really stretched ourselves thin there, but I mean, it's not gonna make any difference. You know what? They still have units. I just assumed that they were going to be out of organization there, but they weren't. So let's just let them starve out. Oh, you can attack me all you want. That's fine by me. I don't care. These guys holding out? They are. Ground attack. How we doing here? Making progress. Bulgarians are moving units in, but I mean, I don't think Bulgarian infantry is going to be able to stand up against Soviet heavy tanks. Don't think that's how that's going to work. Let's go up into Finland. We made progress up here, so why don't we try to capitalize on that? See what we're working with up here. That is a regular infantry division with a defense modifier of about 1600%. So no, we are not going to keep that attack up. And let's see what we got here. Regular infantry division with a defense modifier of 1700%. So no, we're not going to keep that up there. Let's wait for our reinforcements to arrive. Let's see. Infrastructure, too low. Okay, so can't move through this area, I don't think. No. So this is the only way in over here. So we'll send all those guys up that way. Let's get these guys. Why don't I know plenty of things we can do with these guys. I've got all the captured German equipment heading up this way too. Look at that front. That is crazy. That is some crazy frontage. Right, the Japs are pulling back from several locations, although they are about to beat me right here. That's interesting. I think we could actually... Oh, here we go. I forgot I did this. I actually sent infantry over this way. I don't wonder how long they've been sitting there. See if we can't help out a little bit. Tank destroyer advance. Coal rationing, scrap metal. Coal, we don't need energy, but we could use scrap metal, so we were going to say yes on that. Gain 10,000 metal, then say no on this. Lose one of those descent points. Let's see if we can't distract these fucks. Yeah, it actually looks like it's doing pretty well. And what do we overrun on research? I see electronics, which is probably radios. I see... What was the other one? Tank destroyers? Armor? There we go. Alrighty. Overran the Bulgarian units. Bucharest is putting up a tough fight, but is about to fall. Alright, those 10,000 Bulgarians surrendered. Makes sense. Right, under attack right here, but I think that'll be fine. And then we won that battle. We're good here. Alright, so we've definitely managed to capitalize our gains. They are pretty stable. Let's see, what we could definitely do is take this area of the line out by launching our tanks against it. It's one Panzer Grenadier division. Hopefully we'll be able to overrun it. 2,400, no. 2,400% defense modifier. No. No, you're not going to do anything against that. Get a party rally going. Yes, we can. I don't know if anybody's noticed. Nobody said it in the comment section, but my national unity is awful. Absolutely awful. Alrighty, so we got the garrison moving up there. You guys here, we've got a garrison there. Let's see, let's spread these guys out a little bit. Alrighty. Going kind of slow right now. 8,000 men, I thought that'd be up here. Oh no, that was way up here. Oh, that was a cavalry corps. That's okay. I got more units coming in up this way. I don't really care what's going on. The Japs have overrun so much stuff, but it's all this useless territory with literally nothing in it. Is that probably another one? Yeah, that's that one over there. But like, I got a whole proper infantry corps up here now. They're still under attack. And we actually are doing a halfway decent job fighting the Japanese, even though they're just, you know, garrisons on the attack. Repair rate up. German garrisons. Let's see if we can't reduce this. Look at those units in there. I see lots and lots and lots of Germans. Lots of Germans. Ooh, a bunch of Italians, Hungarians, Romanians. What is our attack modifier? It's really not that bad. So we can definitely... I think we can reduce that pretty easily. There's gonna be... I'm trying to avoid overruns here, but it's really not possible to completely avoid all overruns in such a huge pocket. And one down here. German Fallschirmjägers. Under Hungarian control, maybe? That's worthless. No point in doing that. Killing those guys for no reason. Ah, they moved Panzer Grenadiers in. They're going to make the fight for Bucharest very difficult. bunch of stuff. Broadcasting, that's under national. Industry. Good. And motorized, that's under infantry. Down here somewhere? Here it is. Motorized support units. Organization for support units. Moving a lot of troops are moving right now. That's kind of what's happening. Everybody's just flitting around, trying to exploit the breaks in the line. All right, during the was that this one up here? 600 of our 84,000 troops were killed. We got Germany, Italy, Hungary, Romania, Portugal, and Bulgaria lost. There were 200,000 troops there. 6,500 were killed. So that means everyone's going to get squished down to that one province the way I want it. Alrighty, would you freaking look at that? That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing that we've managed to do this. Alrighty, let's... Oh! They had no interest in fighting there. So we could just keep pushing, I think. Let's see. Yep, everybody move here. Move on up. Are we gonna actually break through here? Or are they gonna get more troops in? Who knows? And I think it's about time to... I don't actually know, but it might be close. Add war goal July 7th. Okay. July 7th is when I can add the war goals in. Alright, so they're attacking me right here. A little surprised that these garrisons aren't a little better against the Japanese, but, you know. They seem to be plenty good on the attack when if you dogpile them in. The First Army of Poland. The Polish First Army was a Polish army unit formed in the Soviet Union in 1944 from the previously existing Polish First Corps as part of the Ludwig Wojciechowski Polski. Man, as you guys know, I'm Polish, but I'm not first generation Polish. So my Polish is goddamn fucking awful. I know how to swear is basically it. It operated under the auspices of the Red Army. First in combat December of 44 as part of the First Belarusian Front. Right wing. Fighting the battles, Soviet crossing the river Vistula around Dublin and Puluwe. Fighting the Warsaw in time to support the Warsaw Uprising. However, they received minimal Soviet support, ended in failure. Excellent. Polish forces to support the Red Army arrive. Alright, where? Here? Is this it? Oh, here it is. That's it right there. Alright, it needs a leader. This is an army, right? We just demote someone, or should we promote someone? Skill level. Demote you. Yeah, you're in charge of an army now. And everybody, oh god, look at these. Tanks and armored cars, but nothing else. And the Corps needs a command. And yeah, it's basically got nothing. You know what? I got all that captured German equipment I could use to flesh it out a little bit. There's someone around here. Right, let's grab these guys and grab these guys. Yeah, let's send them all down. No. You're already moving. Let's send them over here. I got the captured German equipment moving that way anyway right now. Supplies. We don't really need anything in production right now. We just need to get the descent out. But we've been going really slow this episode, trying to capitalize on our gains. We're going to go here and then swing around. You guys are moving on up. Moving up. What do we got going here? Pretty much nothing. Look at all that land we've overrun. And the VP right there, and then swing around, hit him from the back. Hopefully it won't be too bad. 2 days, I should be able to add war goals. There's the cavalry I sent in. Here's the infantry coming on up. They're actually doing a good job here? Nah, they're wearing themselves thin. How about here? Just about out of it. Piercing attack of almost 60. Piercing a really high... Apparently the Japanese realized that they need a really high piercing attack to fight me. No supplies or what? This mountain. Oh, was that my guards division right there? No, that was up here. That was a guards division that was right there. That's not a big deal. I got all these troops right. Well, I got so many troops right here to plug gaps and whatnot. I'm not concerned. Won the battle over here against the Japanese. Won the battle over here against the Japanese. 2 horrendous casualties on their side. Looks like we should... If there's only infantry there and there's nothing else attached to them, we should be able to kill them pretty quickly. Alright, that one I don't want to keep going. And what do we got? Industry, nation, industry. There we go. There we are. Luxembourg stole our blueprints. What are those crazy Luxembourgians going to do with that? All right, it's the 7th. So, diplomacy. Add war goal against Germany. Acquire territory. Poland, accept. And we're going to go through here. Add war goal. Acquire territory. Ah, there's so many regions. Northern Italy, I do. Japan, add war goal. Occupation of Japan, acquire territory. I do. I'm adding war goals to everything so that it's such a weird thing about the game. If you use the acquire territory war goal, when you beat them, it becomes your land. It's not occupied, it's your land, which means there's less revolt risk. So you got to go through and do add war goal. And I should have been doing this every month, but I completely forgot to. Bulgaria, acquire territory. Yugoslavia, I guess. Bulgaria, not at war. Portugal, add war goal. Acquire territory. Guangdong. Okay. I'm telling them I'm taking their bases overseas. That is a lot of ground I've overrun. A lot of ground I've overrun. And we're just about to collapse this Veliki Luki pocket up here. Once we get guys in there, they're not actually trying to move units over there, are they? It looked like they were for a split second there. Whoa! I think we just finished here. All right, and then that, and supplies, and consumer goods. Look at the upgrades. A lot of people are getting upgraded right now. And now let's just turn. Should we just turn right around and take them out, or wait for them to move so that we can get a clear look of what's in there? There's a lot of freaking units in there. And we've actually almost taken out our first Axis power. Unfortunately, they keep filtering more units into Bucharest. We actually beat the Panzer Grenadiers in there, and they moved in some mountain infantry. Hopefully we'll be able to work our way through this, though. Those units broke. Major defeat. We have lost the battle. Oh, what battle was up here? Oh, they were counterattacking. But look at the units in here. The garrison caused like tens of thousands of casualties. mean, I don't care if they launch local counterattacks into areas that aren't meaningful. It really doesn't mean anything to me. Alrighty, so a lot of units have showed up. I think it's time to redo our attacks here. So let's grab... Let's do this. Let's just leave the garrison here and move these guys here. We'll just flank this area, and then they won't be able to hold it. And you guys are gonna move down here. Right over here, please. Good. Flank that area with the really high defense, and they won't be able to hold it, and everything will be fine. 40,000 casualties against the Japs. Now, if we take this guy and go like this, support attack, that should really help out there a lot. Yep, helped out there a lot. The battles over here have been raging back and forth, with really nobody getting the upper hand ever. No one ever ends up with the upper hand. And you can actually redeploy over there. Any spots the Japanese are, you know, voluntarily leaving, I'm gonna freaking take. Although one of you needs to stay there. Move on up. They're fighting the NKVD units over here. I mean, they're still making progress up here. What we could actually do if we wanted to is, why don't we grab one of these cavalry corps and send them way up into Siberia. How are we doing in Finland? Cancel, you stay there. Alright, so we almost got the troops up here. Hopefully we'll be able to muscle through these German units. I hope so. And what are we looking at here? Okay, they do have units in their capital. So Bulgaria is about to get knocked out of the war. As long as we can actually take their VP. Sofia. Yeah, it's faltering pretty quickly now. We're almost into Bucharest, too. Almost. We're right on the brink. Now, what I'm thinking right here is let's leave, like, one infantry unit behind and see if we can't stem these German reinforcements. Yeah. Look at their actual combat strength is minuscule. They got organization. They don't have any men in them. And I think I'm finally at the point, finally, where I'm causing so many casualties they can't reinforce their army. Which feels good. Now we're going to wait for some units. I'm going to try another breakthrough here. If I could punch through here and knock all these units out, then that's open, you know, open season into Prussia. 1,000 to 5,000. We won up there. Looks like we actually overran those units too. We got 2 units down here or 1? Just 1. We got guards there. I'm trying to find any places I could actually move into. Actually, right there. They abandoned that. Any place, any area I can make progress against the Japanese and start taking some of that land back, I'm happy with. Alright, so it's definitely time to collapse this out. I would love to actually finish that up this episode. And we got some going back into production finally. Say that wasn't right there. So there's a lot of units in here, but I mean they shouldn't be able to withstand assaults from all sides. I'm not going to starve them out. I'm just going to straight up kill them all. Waffen SS infantry in there. Bucharest fell. Which I think might mean that... Let's see what happens when the day ticks by. We took the Bulgarian capital, too. We may have knocked two guys out of this war. Bulgaria and Romania. Hang on a sec. Alright, so we enforced acquired territory on Romania. Romania has been knocked out of the war. Romania is gone. So all Romanian units should have surrendered, except for ones that are under foreign control, I guess. But the ones that are under Romanian control should be out of it. And why is Bulgaria not out of it? It's actually confusing me a little bit. Bulgaria. Diplomacy. Bulgaria. Huh. They have 75% of their importance. You know what? They've got overseas territory. That's why. They've got overseas territory. But we did knock Romania out of the war, which was one of Germany's largest allies. And the acquired territory thing makes the border war pretty horrendous, honestly. But Romania has surrendered. We've had a massive breakthrough in the Baltic states over here. Not Baltic. Baltic. Balkans. There we go. I was going to say, it's not Baltic. What the hell word am I looking for? What I plan on doing is all those units that are swooping down here, what we're going to do is we're going to steamroll through Hungary. And what I'm honestly going to try to do is just swoop up on the backside of the Pripyat marshlands and just surround the entire German army. And that'll basically be the war. We've got a lot of stuff here, but we'll work on that later. So right here was pretty stable as we move more units in, and down here is where everything's been happening. So everybody, if you have enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.